This is the Insert Disc 3 royalty free music intro because we're broke. But there is an actual intro coming soon, I promise. This is so dumb. It's God, this is so bad. This is so dumb. I'm so sorry. This is as bad as Chris's opinions on video games. Well, anyway. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, everybody, welcome to the show. This is Insert Disc 3.
We're here.
We're gonna do three Fridays in a row.
Let's go, baby. We're consistent now.
Yeah, getting there. Almost a month straight of Friday releases. I think that's just gonna be the day now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just do a fun episode today. We're doing PS1 draft picks. So we're gonna go through. We rolled a D20 before the episode to figure out our pick order. Trace is gonna go first, then me, and Chris rolled a 1. So
I win.
You rolled a 2, so I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
I get to pick the game everyone wants to pick.
Yeah, so I'm sure, I don't know if everybody's watched the TikToks on it. You know how the draft picks work. We're going to do our top 5 PS1 games. But like a draft would work, if somebody else calls that game, you do not get to pick that in your top 5 PS1 games. So that's how we're going to go. These are like games that you would want in your collection. It's going to be fun.
Forever.
I got my very small but whole PS1 collection right here next to me. So
yeah,
if y'all call or if I call any of the ones that I have, I'll hold it up and everything. So
yeah, it'll be fun. Also, apologies for the shitty intro. I promise. Noel's working on it. I need to bother him about it.
I low key really love the stupid ass intro.
It's so dumb.
Remix that.
It's so fucking distorted. I love it.
I should have sent him that and been like, all right, work with this.
I want you to work with this. I'm serious. Kitty likes it too. Like Danny has mentioned it. That's really funny. Like everyone has really enjoyed that intro. Like we need to remix it. Like in some way, like some inspiration in the new.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
We'll see let's let Noel cook. Let's let Noel cook.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. All right. So before we start the draft pick, we're just gonna stop here. Give me about 10 seconds of silence. All right, so that's where I'm going to edit in the PS1 boot up. It's going to be hilarious. Anyway.
Nice.
So, all right, Trace, your first draft pick for... I should get a fucking notepad up because I will forget this shit as we go through.
Please do, because I didn't pull anything.
All right, so Trace, number 1. I guess, your number 1 PS1 draft pick game. What do you got?
Metal Gear Solid.
Fuck. Nice. All right. That's a good one. No, bro, I knew somebody was going to pick that for their first one. It was going to be one of y'all.
It's
I knew
so fucking good. It's like literally revolutionary.
Yeah. I mean, I have no argument here. I mean, I haven't finished it yet, but it's fucking good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. God, and I mean, because there are games that you think of when somebody's like PlayStation 1.
That's the first
Metal
game that
Gear.
comes to my
It's
head.
like literally Metal Gear Solid. Like
I have
when
some
you
things
think of
on my
PS
list. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, when you think of PlayStation 1 games, does it immediately pop in your mind Metal Gear Solid as being the best one?
This is the first one. Like it's definitely, I think, ahead of the rest of most of the catalog.
I would
say
if somebody was like, "Here's a PS1, you can only have 5 games." Like Metal Gear is gonna be one of those games.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
100% not fucking around. Like Metal Gear, it's gonna be on there. Yeah, that's a really good pick. Fuck.
All right, Nick. Don't worry, there's plenty to choose from, bro.
I mean, there is.
I left you the obvious one because I love you.
I mean, I know, and I know you guys do. And that's...
I know which one it is already.
I mean, you think you do, but
Who's he gonna pick first?
Yeah.
Fuck,
I'm picking
so.
two.
I'm
There's
I'm
two of
actually
them.
I'm having a hard time here because it's gonna be my like number one pick, right?
Okay.
This is
Number
like
one.
this is the one that I don't want anybody else to get. If
Nobody
it
else
came
will.
down to it and somebody was like, "There's 15 PS1 games, and these are the ones you can choose from," and I had to pick one of them to be on my list, and I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be Final Fantasy 9.
9.
Really? Over 7.
Yeah, 9 is.
9.
I think a lot of it comes down to I probably do think 7 is the better game, but 9 is severely underrated. And
I think so. Always was.
It's
always was.
and I
It's
played
so
through
underrated.
it.
I know anybody talking about that game ever.
Yeah, and
And when you find someone that does want to talk about it, they won't like. They're like, "Yo."
it's so fucking good. And I recently, like in the last like 3 years, played through it for the first time, and was just blown away. So to me, I'm like, yeah, it's got more replayability for me right now because I'd love to play it again, like because I've only played it once. And yeah, severely underrated. Final Fantasy 9 probably tied with 7 to be honest. Like Shadows 8 obviously, but like yeah, 9. So that's my number one pick.
All right. My number one pick. Okay. I don't think it's of all the PS1 games that I own, I think that this one is probably objectively the best one. Um but my first pick is going to be Tekken 3.
Ah, you
Damn,
son of a.
good
Gotta-
good Tekken to pick.
I got to
It's
pick
the
Tekken
best
3. I
one.
used to play the shit out of this game at my cousin's house. I love Tekken 3. So good.
Yeah,
So
if you're gonna pick a Tekken for PS1, that's the one. I never really got into Tekken until 5, to be honest. But of course, I've gone back and played them all, and yeah, 3 fucking slaps.
Best soundtrack.
Oh, so good. I need to.
No, well, 4 is really good. Under the game, but the soundtrack in Tekken 4 is peak. In my opinion, five's
Yeah.
Resurrection is good though. So I don't know. I really like Tekken music, guys. Like the music is good. You should go listen to it on Spotify.
That was like the first thing when 8 came out. People were messaging me like, "Holy shit, have you heard the soundtrack?"
Yeah, I said that to you actually.
They don't
It's
miss.
like everyone.
They
I
don't-
was like, we're
Doesn't
like,
miss.
It's like Persona. Like it's gonna have a good soundtrack, bro.
It's the way I think it has something to do with how like they figured out this way, and they do this in Soul Calibur too, where it's like the music and the environment and the sounds will like come in and adjust to the situation. Like, you know, when there's like things happening, I feel like the soundtrack kind of like adjusts around the players, which is really cool. Like, you know, like the like movements and the effects and the kicks and the punches, you know, will sometimes like pause or like, you know, side chain the music in a way like to like make it like flow really nice. Like, and like
Right.
it's now I've never seen it done better than in Tekken 8. Tekken 8 does this like flawlessly. Especially with like Kuma, like, you know, so
I gotta
just there.
pick up 8.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, Tekken 3, good pick.
I haven't played a Tekken since Tekken Street Fighter versus Tekken. Do you remember that one? You remember that one? I
Yeah.
actually really like that game.
They were. I mean, I didn't mind it. It's
Yeah.
so funny. They were supposed to do Tekken X Street Fighter, where it was going to be Street Fighter characters in the Tekken 3D play style, and it never came out.
Never came out. Very sad.
All right, Trace, what's your number 2 there?
Ape Escape.
Okay, sick pick. That's that was not the first platformer I thought would show up.
Yeah, I love that. I love that game. I played the absolute crap out of it as a kid. It like spawned my love for drum and bass and jungle.
Dude, there are so many drum and bass like bangers on PlayStation games.
Yeah,
John
that whole
was
era.
talking to me- was
Yeah.
Kawaii Club was talking to me recently, and he was like, "I'm adding a new genre to like, cause like, I filled out. He sent me this thing to fill out and like what kind of genres I play or whatever, and one of them said PlayStation jungle, and I was like, I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about, and yes, I do.
People accept that now. I can just put that on my resume. That's all
Dude,
I
yeah,
want to do.
PlayStation Jungle, like you
PlayStation Jungle,
Dude,
I'm
yes.
submitting a request to Spotify right now.
Shirobon recently
Dude,
put
that's-
out like a sample pack of PlayStation 1 sample pack.
Yeah, I know.
It's fucking sick.
Dude,
That's
that's
cool.
Crash Bandicoot, PlayStation Jungle.
Yeah. All right. All right, so your number 2 is Ape Escape. That's a good pick. Good
Yeah,
pick.
it really is.
I was scared Chris was gonna pick that next. So.
No, I've actually never played the first Ape Escape. I've only
Oh,
played the PSP one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know Ape Escape is good though, trust me. I know it's good. It looks amazing.
I had to put it on there because it's like the music for me, you know. Because
yeah.
like you picked Tekken, and I was like, oh, I gotta pick my like scared one
Yeah.
right now, just in case anybody else grabs it. But go ahead, Nick. What
All
you
right.
got? We're blazing through these.
Yeah, this might be a super short episode, but
Well, okay. If we end before like like if we end before like 30 minutes or something, we can talk about like other games we had on our list maybe.
all right.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, because my number 2, which I know you guys are waiting for it, and yeah, it should be on there. But number 2, Parasite Eve.
There it is.
Yep.
I was gonna give that to you. It's on my list too,
It's-
but like
it is-
lower
That would've
down
been my
because I
third-
knew you were gonna pick it. So
It's just it holds up, which is super important. I feel like,
I
but
think
like
so.
just that combat system, like why haven't they done that again? Even in modern day like RPGs, like they could remake Parasite Eve and use the same combat system. It's so good, and the story is fucking wicked creepy. The like book and the movie that it's like based off of is also fucking wicked creepy. But like, dude, Parasite Eve it's just up there on one of my most replayed games ever. Like I've just played through that so many times, and then you beat it and you get to do the Chrysler Building, which is like the weird dungeon crawling shit. Yeah, just so fucking good. Also, Aya might be my first like video game crush. Like she's so fucking femme fatale, like awesome.
Nice.
So yeah,
Fuck yeah.
Parasite Eve, first one, number 2 pick, 100%.
All right. I guess
What was your second game, Chris? I'm writing these down.
I'm getting to my second one right
Okay,
now.
Right now, okay.
My second pick following Nick in the survival horror.
Do it.
It's going to be a curveball, not so curveball.
Oh.
I'm going Dino Crisis.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah, who would have thought that I like Dino Crisis? I love Dino Crisis. And like the reason why I didn't pick the other obvious choices is because a lot of those have been remade, and I prefer playing the remakes over them, personally.
Okay.
This is yet to be remade, as I've bitched about thousands of times on this fucking podcast. But
I think they'll get to it eventually.
it's just fucking dinosaurs in it. Like
I
fucking up
feel
dinosaurs.
like though I'm just preparing for the Dino Crisis remake to be a massive letdown.
You know, at this point, I don't care. I just want it to be remade.
I feel like they're gonna pull some like make it like super fucking actiony third person shooter fighting dinosaurs. Like they're gonna take the survival horror element completely out of it. I don't know.
We'll see. I mean,
Capcom's been on top too long.
I don't.
Like
Don't
they're
pray
they're due
Don't
for
pray.
a flop.
No, do not put that evil on them, Ricky Bobby. What are you doing? All right, Chase. What's your third pick?
I don't think you guys are gonna pick this one, but I can't like not. It's like my Dino Crisis for you, I think.
Okay.
Like I really, none of you are gonna pick this. That's okay. I'm just picking games I like at this point because I already got the one that I was scared wasn't gonna get to pick, which was Metal Gear.
Honestly, yeah, same.
I would have.
I'm trying to.
That would have
I
been
know
my
you're
number
trying to
2.
do, like, I'm trying to limit my genres too. Like I got fighting and I got survival horror. So I want to try to do a different genre for each pick, but we'll see if I can do that.
Okay.
So yours, number 3.
Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver.
Ah, good pick. Good.
Okay, I've never
pick.
played that game, but
It's not got like a proper like
Because,
I don't
dude,
know.
I've
The
heard of
series
this
isn't
game.
done.
I've heard of this game, but I've never played it. Like,
I
it's
just really like the game. I just like it.
Oh.
I like the game. I have other odd ones on here. You guys, I'm not gonna put in the draft because you guys aren't gonna pick them at all. But yeah, it's
no, that's I've seen this before. I've
yeah,
never
like
played.
Defiance is on Steam for like $7, but like it didn't meet the sale expectations, and the director left Crystal Dynamics to go work at Naughty Dog.
Okay, you know what game I always mix this one up with for some reason? This is the game I always mix up with. I shouldn't say it because I feel like it might be a pick, and I don't want to. I don't want to spoil
Give
anything.
any ideas?
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's not something I'm gonna pick, but I mistake this for another game. That's also
Well, write it down, and if one of us picks it, you'd be like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
yeah,
I'm
We'll
doing
talk
remember.
about it.
it."
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about this game.
It needs a comeback. It's due.
My PlayStation 1 history has been very like a little all over the place. Like I had Dino Crisis, like we talked about Dino Crisis, Tekken 3. But yeah, this is just one that always eluded me. Same with Parasite Eve. That was another
Dude,
one.
you should do a stream of Parasite Eve. It's really fucking good. Really fucking good.
I have it on
Yeah.
my PS Classic.
Yeah, definitely pick it up. Like it's just amazing.
Fuck yeah. Nick, what about your
I
Oh,
want
okay.
to end Legacy
Oh,
of
sorry.
Kain with one comment I just read off of Steam.
Okay.
And, it's in regard to Defiance, which was released. It's like a I don't know. It's not even like a. I think it's a continuation, but like the series just like kind of like left at a kind of a cliffhanger at the end of this one.
Didn't,
comment said-
oh, sorry, go
5
ahead.
stars. It says how this game series didn't get continued is beyond me. The dialogue and sense of atmosphere is truly its own. Bewitching moments from this game have really stayed with me over 20 years. Gameplay and combat is fun and flows well enough for a game of its time. Would buy a remaster or sequel in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't really say that better myself. That's exactly how everyone feels about Legacy of Kain, and we'd love to see it. So,
Fuck
From
yeah.
Software, please pick up the rights to Legacy of Kain.
God, can you imagine?
or like Berserk Actual. It's coming, dude. Like they're
We've
gonna get
reached-
enough money.
We've reached our mention of FromSoft of the episode, as well as our Dino Crisis remake.
Ding! You have to start doing a counter.
Ding, from soft, yeah.
Dino Crisis remake mentioned. Ding. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. So, number 3, finally, you knew it was coming. Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
Whoa!
Good pick.
No way.
So I was gonna pick that for my first one, just to fuck you over, but I was like, you know what?
I would have just gone with director's cut. Like, like I still
you
got
can't
3
do
more.
that, bro.
But yeah, no, two is definitely my favorite out of all of them. Really, like OG2. It's so good. Everything just like the graphical upgrade, for the time, obviously, but from Resident Evil 1 to Resident Evil 2 was absolutely insane. The scale of that game with the 4 campaigns that you can play through, the zapping system, that's something that the remake just fucking flopped on, which I wish they would have done better. But in the original, you get 4 fucking campaigns to play through in that game, and
Yeah, that's robust.
it's for the time, it was so great. There was so much to do. Plus, you had Hunk, and, the Fourth Survivor, and Tofu, and all the other shit that they added along the way. And then, I know we're talking PS1, but even then on N64 battle mode and all the other shit that they did, just yeah. RE2, goat of the series. It's the one I probably have the most copies of in my collection.
yeah.
I have that game.com version.
The Gamecom one, yeah.
Fucking Tiger. Yeah,
I didn't have any Resident Evil games on PlayStation.
oh, had them all.
I got the first one. I got 4 and Whatever ones came out on GameCube. I got all of those on GameCube.
That was 2, 3, 4 in Code Veronica.
So yeah, I just played them on GameCube at my dad's.
Yeah, and I will say, as far as like ports go, like GameCube and Dreamcast are probably like the, I don't know what's the word for it. The
Superior. Good.
yeah, so the good. I mean, those are the definitive. That's
Yeah,
what I meant.
definitive.
They're the definitive versions. Like if you're gonna
Yeah,
play
like Twin
Resident
Snake.
Evil 2, yeah. Well, Twin Snakes was a remake. It wasn't really a port, but like, yeah, if you're gonna play Resident Evil 2 and you can get it on GameCube or Dreamcast, do it.
Fuck yeah. I have Resident Evil 2 on Nintendo 64.
Ooh, gross.
But I got it in like a bundle of fucking awesome games for like $20. Like I got it, Mario Kart, Pokemon Stadium 2, and like
Damn,
some other
yeah,
games for only
that's
like
a
$20.
steal. And honestly, Resident Evil 2 on N64 is worth a pretty penny. So
Yeah, it's probably worth like $40, something like that.
oh, you have
Card only.
card only, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else about RE2?
No. I mean, I could gush all day about it, but yeah, that's my number 3, Resident Evil 2.
Okay, so I said I wasn't gonna do this off camera, but I think I am gonna pick a game. All 5 of mine I think are gonna be from my library, but I think I have some pretty strong contenders. So my platformer pick is it's not gonna be what y'all think it is, but because I don't own it, but I'm gonna pick Rayman, the first Rayman.
Sting.
Okay.
Sting.
So I never played
I'm-
this all the way on the PlayStation 1. I played the game. There's a Game Boy Advance version of this game. And
I had
played-
that. That's what I had.
I played the fuck out of that game when I was a kid. And I play this shit nowadays, and I'm like, how the fuck was I able to beat this game? This game is so hard. It is such a hard platformer for what it is. But the only other one I would have picked in my collection, I'll tell y'all later, but I doubt y'all are gonna pick these for y'all's 5, but there are 2 other platformers in my collection I really love, but I feel like I threw a curveball at y'all with Rayman as my platformer.
I'm just surprised that you picked that over something else. So.
I'm not going to mention it because I have a feeling if one of y'all doesn't pick it, I'm going to be upset, but I can't be too mad because I should have picked it. But yeah, Rayman, the original Rayman, the 2D side scroller. That game is still gorgeous to this day. Like it still looks good. It's incredible. All right, we're on
Next.
to number 4.
Number 4.
Well, you didn't pick it, so it's my turn now. Final Fantasy VII.
Okay, yeah, that's a good pick.
No one's picked it yet. Like I've got to throw them
I'm
out there.
honestly,
I
was
it
waiting.
would've-
I was
it
like,
would've-
letting y'all.
It was
Like,
gonna be my next pick. Like,
okay.
damn. All right.
I'm
Yeah.
purposely picking games that I've played. I've never played through all of Final Fantasy VII, so
Damn. Yeah. 7.
I fucking love that. It's like I can like remember finishing it. You know, it's like one of the you know how memory goes as you get older. Like and like there's like a handful of games I remember. Like, yeah, I played that all the way through, like at least twice, and that was one of them. I just fell in love with it.
It's wild how.
But I did play it on my PS2. Like I said, I did not have a PS1.
Yeah, but you still played through it. Like,
Yeah.
It's wild how. I mean, maybe this is just for me. I don't know if it's like this for anybody else, but like when I can remember the ending of a game vividly, like that's a good fucking game. Because when I go back and replay a lot of video games, like I remember the beginning easy. Like I can go through it and I'm like, I remember all of this. And then I get a little later in the game and I'm like, I don't remember any of this.
I don't remember any of this.
And I'm like, you think it would be the opposite because it would be most like recent in your memory or whatever, but like
right.
yeah, there are some, and yeah, Final Fantasy VII, like I remember beating that
Nice.
100%.
Yeah, I have no nostalgic attachment to really any of the Final Fantasy games.
Yes.
I love the Final Fantasy games. I've beaten the first one, and I've beaten the remake of the 7, the first one remake. But that's about it as far as Final Fantasies go that I've beaten, unless you count Kingdom Hearts, which you probably aren't. But yeah, I mean that somebody was gonna pick that one.
It makes it so hard for me. Because now I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
for your fourth.
yeah, because my 5, I was gonna be like, oh, this will be hard. I don't know, because I know I'm gonna do Final Fantasy 7, but like now,
So you picked survival horror, and you've picked 2 RPGs so far.
Yes. I've
For-
done
for,
RPG, role
for you
play,
too,
or
Nick.
action RPG, platformer, and stealth game.
Because Parasite Eve is an RPG, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
So I've done
So-
all 4. I've done 4 different genres, which I
Yeah.
was trying to do.
I have 2, and yeah, the my last 2 picks, if nobody picks them, are gonna also be different genres. I'm not gonna pick the same genre. So
I don't know
number-
now.
I'm really
four,
torn
Nick.
on my last one.
You have there's one I'm surprised you haven't picked yet. I mean, obviously,
me?
aside from Resident Evil, no, Nick.
Oh.
I mean, I figured this would like the one I'm thinking of. I figured would have been your 4th pick.
I want to know what it is. I want to know. What it is.
I'm waiting to see if he says it.
You should DM me.
I'm going.
No, because then you're
Nope.
gonna pick it.
No, I'm not.
This just popped in my head, and I'm mad that I didn't have this already like ready to go as one of my picks, because this is like such a fucking duh. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
You
Oh, okay.
son of a bitch.
Okay, that's a good one. That's, good. That's
That was
not
my
what I was.
fifth pick.
That's not what I was thinking, but that is a good one. Tony Hawk's
Dude.
Underground. Or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
No,
It-
no.
It's so good. It shaped so much of my music
Legacy
taste.
of Pain I picked.
Like
Mine was Tony Hawk's Underground. I didn't get into
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's
that Underground's PS2. Yeah. No, Pro Skater 2, best soundtrack, best levels.
So much ska.
Like, how the fuck did I'm mad that it just
Just-
popped in my head, and I'm like, of course. Like,
See, yeah, that's the one. I was waiting for you to say what I thought it was, but that wasn't it. But you threw a curveball at me. But that's a good pick.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's that one. Like, that's my number 4, 100%.
That's
Like,
That's a good one. I didn't expect you to pick a multi-platform game. I thought you were gonna choose all PS1 exclusives.
was Pro Skater 2 multi-platform?
It was on N64.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Either way, it's a PlayStation.
I
game.
played it on the PlayStation. Like
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure everyone's playing.
Yeah,
Have you ever tried playing those games on
Yeah,
N64?
no, like
Yeah,
pretty much
what?
like anything that was multi-platform back in
didn't
that era.
work with the
Like, I
the-
didn't. Yeah, you didn't play it on N64. It's
gonna play.
like, what the fuck are you gonna do? How you hitting grinds and combos?
On an N64?
Yeah, like how the fuck? Look at this controller.
Dude, you have to use like the C. You have to use like the
You're gonna-
C button.
You're gonna play.
Okay.
You're gonna skate with this.
Look at Trace.
you have to-
fucking Trace Shabari'd your fucking controller.
Dude, that's how
Yeah,
I
I
rap.
did.
That's how I rap mine too. Ever since I was a kid. But you have to like ollie with like the down C button and like grind with B or so. It's the controls are weird because I have the first
Stupid.
Tony Hawk on N64.
Look, N64 has a special place in my heart, and it has some
Certainly.
great games.
It was my first console that was mine, not like a hand me down.
It's
you
a
know?
garbage console.
Yeah,
It's
bad.
not a garbage console.
It
It's just got a
is.
garbage controller. No, it's
It's
not.
got a garbage console with a garbage library.
No, good
like-
fuck.
It's got
You're
good
gonna sit there-
games. I love
Smash.
it.
You
but,
just
like,
said a bad library.
yeah, but it's
Smash Brothers.
Dude, it had Smash Bros. It had fucking
That's
pod
the
racing.
only
It had
thing
Smash
that
Bros.
matters.
Pod
Bad Fur
Racing.
Day.
Mario 64, fucking Turok,
Banjo-Kazooie.
baby,
Zelda.
GoldenEye. Yeah, like, and
Those are all good games.
dot. Yes, they are. Dot. Like, there's nothing else. Like, they all
Yeah.
the rest
The
of them.
N64
Dude,
has
it's
the best fucking
so-
RPG of all time.
They have Superman 64. Like, get the fuck
They,
out.
no, they have the
Like-
best RPG of all time.
Superman
Mario.
is
Quest.
Paper Mario.
Paper
God.
Mario
I
is
mean,
fucking
Yeah,
goated.
it's sure, but I'm just saying. There's a reason it flopped. Like,
Donkey Kong 64. Love
Donkey Kong
the game.
64 was the
God.
shit.
either way.
Shit. The shit.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater
Rare?
2 is a
Anything Rare put
is a
out on that
PS1
console.
game.
Now I'm thinking of all the like deep cuts, like Space Station Silicon Valley, and like Body Harvest, like all these hidden gems.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was the old Rockstar game. That was like
Oh, dude.
before Grand Theft Auto. But anyway, number 4 for me.
Number 4.
This is my JRPG pick, and it's an obvious one, and it might be kind of cheating, but if we're going multi-platform, I'm going. This is 2 and 1, but I'm only picking one of them. Going with Chrono Trigger.
Yes.
Oh, there goes the manual. I'm going with Chrono Trigger.
Breaks it.
No, it just opened and the manual slid out. Chrono Trigger, the port on the PS1, arguably not the best one, but it does have the animated cutscenes. It's just got
From
stupid long
Toriyama.
loading times,
Yeah.
and the animations were done by
Yeah.
Toriyama. Rest in peace.
I'm still putting Final Fantasy Chronicles as your fourth pick.
Are you?
That's what you. Yeah, it's what the game is.
Well, it's 2 discs, and each game is on a different disc. So,
All right,
you
Trace.
wanna count
Trace, what do
both
you
of
think? How do I write this down on the list?
you want to count Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy IV? I don't think that's. I don't know.
Is
I don't
Final
know.
Fantasy IV on the disc?
It's not on
Yeah.
the same. They're 2 separate.
All right,
discs. One
fine.
for
We'll
Final
say
Fantasy
Chrono
IV,
Trigger.
One for Chrono Trigger. I've never played
Wow.
Final Fantasy IV, so I can't really pick that one.
Is that technically? Because it's like, is that 2 in Japan? Final Fantasy IV for it's like, you know how it's like
Final
Nah.
Fantasy IV was 2 in America.
okay,
Final
Okay.
Fantasy VI was 3 in America.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'll put Chrono Trigger down. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
It does matter. It's the best RPG of all time. Sorry, Paper Mario. Yeah, Trace, you're 5th. We're up to 5 already.
All right, the last one.
What genre are you doing?
I got to do a fighting game, don't I? You took mine. You took mine.
What? I'm trying to think of other fighting games aside from
Oh,
Tekken that I remember.
The big one.
The
You
big
want me
one.
to say it? I'll pick it for my last one. I don't care. Because I love the second one, but
Okay.
the second one wouldn't exist without the first.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Marvel versus Capcom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm
Good one.
surprised that wasn't your pick for the fighting game.
Because-
I'm surprised that
No,
Tekken.
Tekken 3 on the PlayStation 1, you know.
Yeah.
Marvel versus Capcom 2
Mhm.
is one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah.
However, like I didn't play the first one as much. I
Yeah.
remember playing it with my friends, but I remember owning the second one. But I love the series, and like in anything that's a series, the second one wouldn't exist without the first one.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
And it's a rare case where it's like better. I feel like a lot of times, like, you know, like I don't know, like I feel like Soul Calibur, like the original, can sometimes be a little more like comforting to play than the second one, like on
Right.
especially like busted arcades, because that's all you get. Rest in peace, the like HD version that like got delisted from the PlayStation Store. I tried to buy it the other day.
So sad.
Yeah,
Bring it back.
har, har, har. Yep.
Bring it back,
So,
cowards.
Yeah,
Take it out of the
there's
Disney
just
vault.
so many things are being delisted. Don't buy digital games like me.
Yep.
Yeah, another
Stop
Capcom
it.
game that's being delisted is something Booty. It's like a pirate strategy game.
Something booty.
It's called Tales of Booty or something. I cannot remember the name of it. It's an old cult classic Capcom strategy pirate game. It's called Age of Booty or Tales of Booty or something. I don't remember.
Very cool.
I mean, I like
Yeah.
booties, so.
I like pirates. All right. So 5th pick, your 5th and final pick, Marvel vs. Capcom, the original.
Marvel
That's a good one,
versus
yeah.
Capcom.
Like, I
The
can't-
Yeah, that's a good one.
I didn't think either of you would pick it, but I'm trying to stick to my genre thing, and I really like that game. So
Fuck yeah.
I have some other stuff too I want to talk about after we're done with our drafts.
Of course.
All right, my number 5, and I hate to be boring, but
Boring.
it's still there, and I'm gonna put it on my list. Is Resident Evil Director's Cut?
See, I was thinking you were gonna
Resident
pick.
Evil 2.
Never mind. Let me go. Let me get to my last one. Well, I'm gonna say it because I'm not gonna pick it. Spoiler. I'm surprised you didn't pick Silent Hill.
Oh yeah.
Silent Hill's
Second one's better.
very yeah. It's Silent Hill 2's the
Shit.
Silent Hill. Like, I like Silent Hill 1, but like, it's a hard playthrough, man. Like,
Is Silent Hill 2 not on the PlayStation 1?
no, it's a PS2 game
Oh, I did not know that.
and Xbox.
did not know that.
Played the first Silent Hill.
I've never played
It's
it.
you're
Sorry.
fine. Yeah, that's not it.
Never
Like,
played that game.
as long as you play 2, like that's all that
Yeah.
matters. Like,
I played 2
You,
and
you
3.
you
I
don't
own
need to play
3.
the first one to play 2.
no, they're
No, they're completely different
yeah, they don't.
characters and everything.
Yeah,
They're not all interconnected like Resident Evil is.
no.
No,
Okay.
like
It's a good pick. I'm
themes
really
are
surprised.
Yeah,
I'm really
Silent.
surprised.
Like, I thought about picking Silent Hill as my last one just because I was like, yeah, it should be on there, and I'd like to see it like in my collection. But
But yeah, you had to pick Resident Evil twice.
I mean, it's not
'Cause
only
that's how
that.
much
I'm
you love it.
thinking about games that like. So I'm really happy with my top 5. Like these are games that I would consistently pop open and play. Like
yeah, if I was like, I want to play an old PlayStation game,
Yeah.
I would go downstairs and I would pop in Legacy of Kain and enjoy life.
yeah, exactly. Like I'm happy with my list. Like Silent Hill 2 Silent Hill does not need to be on that list. So
Fair.
but like RE1 I played through that like twice last week. Like
So you like that more than 3?
yeah, 3's I mean we can talk about like how 4 is the downfall of Resident Evil and everything, but like
Are you gonna backtrack on that and be like, maybe 3 was?
no, 3 was 100% an action take on the
I played 3 on the Wii, or was it
No.
the GameCube?
yeah, it was on GameCube. 3
On my
but like
Wii.
3 was definitely that that's when the dodge mechanic was introduced, the quick turn was introduced in 3. The like ammo crafting, the like you would get the submachine gun in I have a cat in here. Hello. You would get the submachine gun in 2, but like 3 had like the automatic rifle that you just started with. Yeah, 3 was very action heavy, but no, 4 was ruined the series.
All right.
There's one that that I'm sorry, not Nick, that Chris hasn't picked yet. That I'm just blown away you didn't pick.
Okay, I want you to say what it is because I guarantee nobody's gonna guess my 5th one.
What?
What?
Yeah.
want-
No,
are
my
you
Because
fifth
I
one-
think I know, but
No, my 5th one is a very, very well-known PlayStation game, but it is not one that I've ever
Okay.
talked to y'all about, and I really don't think y'all are gonna expect it.
I'm blown
Okay.
away.
I
blown
I
away.
don't know what
Maybe
it
it's
is.
because you just finished this game that I thought this would be on. your
My
list.
my guess was going to be Gex, but
Gex, I played the Enter the Gecko, and I played that on N64.
okay.
I do have Gex on PS1 right here, the original. What did you think it was, Chase?
Dragon Quest 7 or 7. Dragon Quest 7.
Was that on PS? No, I didn't play that
Yeah,
one.
it's on PS1.
No, I didn't play Dragon Quest 7.
Really?
No, I've only beaten the first Dragon Quest.
Oh, okay.
I do love Dragon Quest. I've just only beaten the first one.
Yeah, you should check out
Um,
7.
The one that I didn't, I'm going to tell y'all the one that I'm honestly
on the
surprised that
3DS
y'all are not surprised about. Notice how I didn't pick a single Crash Bandicoot game.
No,
I
none
mean,
of us did.
yeah.
Or Spyro. See, I thought y'all were going to be surprised by that because y'all know I fucking love Crash Bandicoot. But
Crash.
I didn't play the ones on the PS1 really, except for Crash Team Racing. I played that one a bit,
Yeah.
and I did like that one. But I didn't even pick that for my racing game because I don't have it.
I didn't pick a racing game.
I have picked a racing game for my last one. Now, there is a lot of racing games on the PlayStation. So what do y'all, I'm going to let y'all guess. What do y'all think I picked?
I mean, I would feel like Gran Turismo is the pick. Like,
Okay.
I don't think so. I think you've picked either Twisted Metal, which counts
As a
or-
racing game?
in this genre, or you. It's just cars.
Okay.
Or you've picked Ridge Racer Type 4.
Okay. Nick was right. I picked Gran
Ah!
Turismo.
Of course.
Yeah, I
Too
fucking
deep of a cut.
love- It's no, Ridge Racer is great. I do like Ridge Racer, and I like Test Drive too. Test Drive was also good one, and Driver.
And
Y'all ever play
Driver. Whoa.
I played the fuck out of
Driver is
too.
really good.
I forgot
Um,
about that game. Damn it.
Yeah, I had to pick a racing game on the PlayStation that I like the most. It's Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo is fucking great. And this is
Have you watched the movie yet?
No, I haven't.
Pretty good.
So one
Chris,
thing
you got a lot of video game movies research you got to start doing.
I know all these video game movies that are coming out are of video games that I've never seen or I've never played. I mean, I've played Gran Turismo, but I've never played like Last of Us or Uncharted or anything like that.
You've never played The Last of Us?
No, I have it. I've just never
Wow.
played it.
Kitty.
Yeah,
Um,
he's having fun.
This is a cool deal here. I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but y'all know how the PlayStation, some games have like these cases that hold 2 discs.
Yeah.
This is for Gran Turismo, right? But Gran Turismo never had 2 discs. Like
Yeah.
the second part of it, where there goes the manual again. the second part of it, where the second disc would go, doesn't even have the indentation to put the disc in.
Yeah.
So that's like
It's just look at this car.
Yeah.
it's just like
I mean,
look at
and
this
it's like
big-ass case.
it's a good sales tactic because I remember being a kid and like looking for those cases because I was like, I bet this is a good game. It's multiple discs.
You get Gran Turismo's only one disc in here. It's got 2 manuals.
Mm-hmm.
2 manuals for fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a racing sim.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't. If I had to pick a racing game
some
that I
cool
owned,
picks.
this is the only racing game I own for PS1. I don't have Crash Team Racing. I don't have Test Drive. I don't have Driver. Just this one.
It's a good pick. I am not. I would not have guessed.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
it is a good PS1 game to have on your list of like PS1 games that you'd want to play.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Like when I think PlayStation classics, if someone's came up to me and said, "What is your pick for the classic PlayStation racing game?" I would say Gran Turismo every time. I wouldn't say Ridge Racer. I wouldn't say fucking Destruction Derby or
dude, Test
Whatever that
Drive's
other
up there.
Test Drive is good. I do like Test Drive, but Gran Turismo just is more memorable for me.
San Francisco Rush all day.
They didn't have cruising on PlayStation, did they?
No, that was in 64 and arcade. Yeah.
I fucking love cruising.
Yeah,
I love
Cruising USA was awesome.
Oh, I love it. I was
Is
so
Crazy
mad.
Taxi on PlayStation 1?
No, that was
That was on
Dreamcast.
GameCube
Okay.
and GameCube.
And that's where I played it. There it is.
But yeah. So y'all want to
Talk about
Go
some other
through
video
it.
games.
go through our honorable mentions, like
Yeah.
for ones that didn't make the cut?
I have a lot that are on the top of my list. I just didn't pick them because you guys they weren't in threat.
I mean,
there's only
my
like
list
you
is
guys.
solid. Like, I don't really have. I mean, there's definitely other PS1 games like to talk about, like with Silent Hill or like Tomb Raider. Like, obviously, big PlayStation game, but like, no, like as far as my list goes, like even with like Nightmare Creatures, like I just got it again and like
Yeah.
loved that game
That's-
as a kid, but I don't remember enough about it to know if
That-
it was good.
That's
that's
the
a-
one I was talking about when I was thinking earlier about what I got Legacy of Kain mixed up with. It was Nightmare.
Yeah.
Nightmare Creatures.
Which
I was
is so
just,
funny.
I didn't know somebody was going to pick it.
I made a post on the Bloodborne subreddit that blew up a few days ago, and I like just posted the Nightmare Creatures like cover, and I was like, whenever somebody complains there isn't a Bloodborne remake, I'm just like, Bloodborne was the remake.
Oh my god.
Everyone's like, holy shit, you're right. I'm like, yeah, like you fight fucking crazy
It
monsters
literally is.
in 1800s London, like, yeah.
They were definitely like,
Do you
Speaking
have
of
any,
From Software, that's a good segue for my 2 games that aren't were on my top 5. Like they're just a ghost separate top 5 because
Okay.
like it's something that I've discovered recently. Like I didn't play these as a child.
I know what it is. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is.
But it's Kingsfield like 1 through 4
Kingsfield,
and
yeah.
Armored
Oh, never
Core,
mind.
right?
Oh, okay,
Armored
there you go.
Core. Okay.
I was expecting you to pick a Armored Core game.
No, it's not on my top 5 because you guys aren't gonna pick that. But I have gone back and played it.
Yeah.
Armored Core Master of Arena. I emulated it. Fantastic game.
Yeah.
Like-
You taking it Metal Gear Solid was a rough one. And then it's like
I was the top of my list.
I am so glad. I'm actually like glad that you picked Final Fantasy VII because that would have been my next pick. But then I got
I was waiting
Tony,
for you to pick it.
But then I got Tony Hawk, and like that's all that matters. Like
You surprised me with Final Fantasy 9.
it's so
Um,
good.
That was your first pick, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's number one,
Yeah.
baby. Like if I got a stack of 5 PS1 games to play for the rest of my life, like I want 9 on there because
I'm
I've played
surprised-
enough 7. Like I've played 7
Yeah,
so much, and
sure.
I can play remake. Like whatever.
I'm surprised nobody picked Final Fantasy Tactics.
I don't like tactics games.
That would be.
Yeah.
I never played Final Fantasy Tactics, but that would be.
It's up there for me.
more my speed.
Advanced
as
Wars,
far as,
Final
like-
Fantasy Tactics. I like
Yeah.
those games. I liked those.
No, my honorable mentions were like a couple games in my collection that I feel like a lot of these are sleeper hits.
Go for
Die
it.
Hard trilogy. I don't know if y'all ever played the Die Hard trilogy on
yeah.
PS1.
Yeah, I did.
Never heard
Like
of it.
3 different types of games in here. There's like an on-rail shooter, a third-person shooter, and a driving game.
Whoa.
It's fucking great. I love this game. Another platformer that I'm surprised none of y'all picked, but it's also kind of a flawed game, but I love it, is Croc. I don't know if y'all ever played Croc.
Yeah, Croc.
You brought up Croc.
I have it on. I have a PC copy of that.
Fuck yeah, dude. Croc is so fun. It's just a little jank because it's tank controlled, tank controlled platformer.
I have a really clean copy of this that is actually Kitty's from when she was a kid. So
All my
she's played
shit
Croc.
Tank
all my
controlled
things are-
platformer sounds like a nightmare. Like it works in Resident Evil, but like
It's not.
You
as
can
bad as
actually fix it on PC if you like.
yeah,
I'm sure.
There's a fix for it.
it's
actually.
it's jank, but honestly, it's not as bad as you would think it is.
Mhm.
Um,
We haven't
and
quite got
then-
the 6-axis yet, huh?
Yeah.
I'm with that one.
I'll just kind of blaze through my last three, but Chrono Cross, of course.
Yeah, I'm surprised like Nick didn't pick that one. Honestly,
I mean that's
I don't think
Salem.
you played-
Salem loves Chrono Cross. It's I like it, but it's not.
And my second favorite fighting game. My second favorite fighting game is WF SmackDown.
So,
Oh yeah,
This game's the shit.
I'm writing all these down.
What nobody
This is my
nobody picked
now-
Air Guys?
no. Now this is my like, I don't know why this is the game I played the most on PlayStation, but I didn't pick it because it's like I just didn't feel like it would be right for a draft pick. But I fucking love Rugrats. Search for Reptar.
Yeah,
This is my shit right here. I played the absolute piss out of this game. This is the game I've played the most on my PlayStation.
was this in that same vein? Was The Simpsons on PlayStation 1 or 2?
I think it was in
Which-
64. Hit and Run.
Hit and Run.
Hit and Run was the GameCube PS2 era.
That's right. Yeah.
The PS1 had like Simpsons wrestling, and it was like
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah.
Nick,
yeah,
what were your
I mean-
honorable mentions so far?
I got none. My list is good.
My list is good.
I mean, I can't think of any. I was saying earlier, like there were games like we could talk about.
What was your fifth pick? Resident Evil.
Director's Cut. Yeah.
I'm writing all this down so I can see.
I'm
that.
putting my games back in alphabetical order, so I can go put them on my shelf.
Yes. I had Mega Man X4 through 6.
Yeah.
Good.
Tomb
Yeah.
Raider,
Mega Man mentioned.
Spyro 2.
Oh, dude, Spyro 1 for me. I loved Spyro 1.
Yeah.
Inuyasha, Feudal Fairy Tale.
Feudal
Fucking
Fairy
awesome.
Tale is good.
Awesome fighting game.
Yeah. I thought I got that one.
What?
But I got the like shitty 3D one.
Oh, no.
Feudal Combat. I thought it was the one you just said.
No, Feudal
But-
Fairy Tale is a 2D one. 2D fighter.
Yeah, that's what I thought I got. I got this like it is like I can't like it makes me sad that like there's games out there that never got shipped that were more complete than this. Like
God.
like there's audio glitches in it.
Oh,
like,
no.
I'm like, whoa, dude. Feudal Fairy Tale.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Abe's Odyssey.
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Puzzle Fighter. Was that what it was called? The Street Fighter puzzle game? Jumping
Yeah.
Flash?
Yeah.
Hey, shit,
Um,
Street Fighter was on the PlayStation 1, wasn't it? The first one?
Alpha.
Alpha?
I don't know if this is going to be too much of a deep cut, but Intelligent Cube.
Oh, dude. That's
Yeah?
a good one. That is a
Intelligent
good. That would have been a good pick.
Siphon Filter, the first Siphon Filter.
I did play the fuck out of that, but no, I
Um,
wouldn't have put it on my list. Intelligent Cube might have gone on my list. What a good puzzle game. I remember when Catherine came out, and I was like, "Oh, it's an Intelligent Cube." Like
Catherine is
sequel.
like, oh, Catherine mentioned. That is my favorite puzzle game. I fucking love Catherine. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, there was like some good shit on the PS1. I'm trying to think of more of them that were on there. I mean, Twisted Metal. We mentioned Twisted Metal.
We did.
That was a good one. Dude, there's just, I mean, all the Gex games, like the whole Gex trilogy is on PS1. I mean, that's a given. Those games are great.
That's what I'm saying.
Prime 6, I love that.
Persona
Raider.
Persona 2,
Persona 1.
fucking Time Crisis,
Oh, yeah. Time Crisis. There was a Tom Clancy.
fucking Parappa.
Parappa the Rappa, yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Rhythm game.
On there.
Nobody picked a rhythm game. Not a single one of us
Yeah.
picked a rhythm game.
Do fucking Symphony of the
It's-
Night.
Yeah,
Okay,
Symphony of
I
the
never
Night.
played Symphony of the Night, but I know it's goated.
That's what like this is what I'm saying. Like, we could not have this extensive name
We
drop
need to have a draft pick 10, honestly.
on like in 64. We would not be talking like this.
No.
Fucking Tenchu. It's
Tenchu's on
amazing.
PlayStation 1?
Yeah, it's
I played-
PS1.
Okay.
So
I never
good.
played it on
So
PS1.
fucking good.
I'm putting it up there. That's
Um,
a FromSoft game.
We already talked about Siphon Filter. Rainbow Six. The first Rainbow Six was on PS1.
Yeah, that was more like
Wild, oh,
PC.
fucking Wild Arms.
Yeah, Wild Arms.
Wild Arms.
Fucking
Mr. Driller.
So much. Vagrant
I
Story.
don't
Xenogears.
Oh yeah,
Musashi, Brave Fencer.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my god, there were so many good games on that fucking console, man.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's what I was saying about N64. Like N64
Got no
fucking
game.
rules, sure, but yeah, it's got no games. Like, yes, it has very good games, but like, it's got no games.
Well, yeah, it only had like less than 300 games released on it.
Yeah, because it was sucked. Like,
It's still good, still good.
I
would
mean, it's
if someone came up to me and said you have to choose between PlayStation or fucking N64, I'd say N64 all day.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So would I if I had 3 years to live because I'd be bored after a
Nah.
while. PS1 though, if somebody was like PS1 and all the games ever released for it, I'd be like, I'm happy the rest of my life. I'll never not have something to play. That's good.
No.
Oh, Star Wars Masters of Terakashi. The terrible,
fucking fighting game. No, but
terrible fighting game.
real talk. PlayStation or Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace,
Episode 1 Phantom Menace.
fucking
I
fun.
Put that on my list. I played it on the computer.
It's
Did
so
Pod Race
good.
also release on PS1
I don't know. Probably.
or Rogue Squadron?
I don't think Rogue Squadron did.
That was in 64, I believe.
Yeah, the N64 was home to so many good Star Wars
Goated
games.
to the Star Wars. That's
If you-
another reason I wanted a Nintendo over a PlayStation when I was younger.
If you
Legend
look,
of a Dragoon.
if you look at the
Legend
back
of
of like
Dragoon.
N64 boxes, it'll have Mario and like Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Link, and then it'll have a fucking Stormtrooper. Like that's how big Star Wars was on the N64.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shadow of the Empire.
Yeah, that was
Shadows of the Empire was so good.
that was based off of a book, right?
Mhm, yeah.
And the original extended universe trilogy, the one that like kind of turned into more Star Trek stuff that the Star Wars fans at the time didn't like, but now like that we have the sequel trilogy, they're all like, was that all that bad?
Final Fantasy Tactics is definitely one that I want to play. I
Yeah.
have Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced on like, Yahoo, but yeah, that's one that I definitely want to play. And yeah, I can't really think of anything else as far as PS1 games go. I didn't really grow. All the games I talked about are all games that I grew up with. So like, yeah, there was a bit of a bias there. I wasn't trying to get all the goated games. I just picked Tekken 3 first because I was afraid somebody was going to take that one. Because I feel like of the ones I picked, Tekken 3 is probably the most goated.
It's pretty good.
I grabbed all of our picks and all of our honorable mentions by the first person who said it.
Now we gotta now I wonder like if this was like a fight or an actual game, which of our teams would win?
Yours would. You picked 2 fucking Resident Evil games. Of course yours. And Final Fantasy. And Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked fucking
Rayman.
Rayman. Like, I love Rayman, but you're going to be like, oh, fucking Rayman sold bajillion copies on PlayStation.
Yeah, like if like is that what we would base it off of? Like what sold the most copies?
I would
No
say
way,
so.
because Metal Gear and
I would-
Final Fantasy's gonna outweigh all of them.
Final
Oh,
Fantasy 7, yeah, I win.
And Marvel vs. Capcom. I mean,
And Marvel vs. Capcom, Jesus.
um,
That would be a fun. That would be a fun statistic. We should like post that.
I'd like to do another one of
Head-to-head.
these, but with a different console.
Yeah,
But
whatever. We can do
I'd
a
like to
million
do
of
it
them.
64.
I'd like to do it with GameCube.
We Virtual Boy.
Yeah, I would
Virtual
also
Boy.
like to do the
Okay,
game.
Virtual Boy, I call Jack Bros first. bitch.
We'd all have to be. It'd just be our top 2 because that would be
I
all
wonder-
the games.
I wonder what my top pick is on the Nintendo GameCube.
For the GameCube, I don't know,
I-
man. I'm picking. I
wonder.
think for GameCube, we should do like multi-platform games because all of the games that I played the most on GameCube were multi-platform.
Some
For the
I already know my top 5.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
for
I already
GameCube.
picked them. Yep,
Yep,
I know my
'cause
top one for sure. Top
Literally,
yeah,
literally was the deal.
GameCube.
The deal that Capcom struck with Nintendo called the Capcom 5.
I think
that they
that-
bailed on because they were like, God damn it, Nintendo, you don't know how to market a console. They're like,
Which
we're losing
sucks.
money here.
Which sucks because the GameCube fucking rocks.
Yeah, like,
Like, I love the N64, but I was giving you shit for talking shit, but you're right. I mean, it didn't have a whole lot of.
yeah. The GameCube
Like,
was
they
so
had
much
good
better.
games, but like not enough. The GameCube had way better games than the N64.
The GameCube
Yeah.
stole a PlayStation franchise, like for a second.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
The GameCube had like fucking games that like you forget our GameCube games like Crystal Chronicles. That was a GameCube game.
Yeah.
Tales of Symphonia. That was also a GameCube game.
Oh,
Dude,
they're
yeah,
out there.
Fucking Twin Snakes. All kinds
Twin
of shit.
Snakes. Oh,
Snakes.
God, I'm
Twin Snakes.
so mad about how expensive that is right now. That is on my list. I need to grab
The
it.
Resident Evil 1
I
remake.
got it.
The
Yeah.
remake of Resident
And
Evil 1. The
4.
best version.
I mean,
Resident Evil 4 on the Wii is the
No,
superior.
we all day, bro.
yeah, but I'm
Somebody commented on my TikTok for Resident Evil's like anniversary since like the only classic quote unquote Resident Evil game I have physically is the Wii version of 4. And I posted that and somebody commented on it and said the best and worst version of the game. I'm
it's
like,
true.
how? How is it the worst? It's definitely the best version, but how is it the worst?
I want to sell both of my VR headsets so I can like which is hilarious, almost afford the PlayStation VR 2 just so I can play Resident Evil 4 in VR, which is what I wanted to do when I had the Wii version of the game. And now it's like I'm like, oh, I gotta buy another PlayStation.
Like the
essentially.
original
to play
Resident
it.
Evil 4 VR is good, but like it just looks like you're playing a fucking VR version of a GameCube game still.
Yeah.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they
Like,
got
they-
VR
yeah,
in the remake now.
Yeah.
They do, but I don't have a fucking PlayStation VR.
Dude, it's so fucking stupid. I hate how expensive PSVR is.
And why doesn't the first model work with the
and it's
new?
like, what the fuck
And-
do they have for it? Do they have like a lot of good shit for
No,
it?
nothing is worth the what is it? $500.
Yeah, it's like something stupid.
$500.
That has
Like, I
to
hope
go
you
with
got
your
enough credit.
$500 PS5, and I'm just like,
Like,
nothing you have is like one. For me personally, like I don't really give a fuck about VR gaming. Like I just
I did
don't.
for a
It's
long
fun.
time.
I fucking love VR.
It's
I do
fun.
too.
It's worth like. It would be worth buying like a $250 standalone VR thing. Like sure,
Like,
to
it's
fuck
like a
around in.
Quest.
but no.
Like, a Quest is a great concept.
Sure. Quest fucking rules. Like I love.
Yeah.
I have a Quest. Like I never use it.
I've
Like-
used it once.
But, like,
Exactly once.
Yeah, I'm just like, for me, it's like, it's novelty, and novelty's fun, but, which is great, but like, I want to game. Like, I'm not gonna put 8 hours into a fucking VR game straight. Like,
Well, the thing okay, so this is gonna sound like the pothead thing, but you just got to find the right game. Like the reason I like VR so much is because it is the most immersed I've ever been in a video game. Is when
yeah,
I don't
sometimes.
even know the outside world exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't ever see that happening. And
Like
and-
that's how VR feels. To
like
me.
I lived with a VR game developer. Like I've played a lot of VR games, and like Super Hot came close. So fucking cool. I love that
So
game.
cool. Love that one.
And
I like Trover Saves the Universe.
what
Trevor,
was the
yeah.
one that was
Trover.
like
Beat Saber?
not only up or like to the top? It's like it was like a climbing game, kind of like
Oh.
only up,
What is that
but
one? What was that called?
but that actually started to make me feel sick, like which doesn't
Oh,
happen.
really?
Like it was
That only happened to me with Resident Evil 4.
Skyrim VR just made me feel sick.
Yeah, there's some
I had to turn
like
off I had to do
but
the
again,
teleport.
like I think the longest I ever spent in VR would have been like maybe 3 or 4 hours, and that was when VR chat first came out.
Yeah.
Because that was fucking fun as the role playing in that game was. I remember I went into some world, and it was like a house party, And so it's just a bunch of people, like, you know, it's VR chat, so it's like fucking monsters and anime girls and shit or whatever. We're all in a house party, and I just like pop up, and I'm like, walk in, and I'm like, does anybody, is the owner here? Like, does anybody know where the owner is? And then somebody like is like, yeah, this guy's world or whatever. And I was like, hey, I live next door. I didn't want to make a thing of it, but could you guys keep it down?
No, you did not.
And he was like, he was like, fuck you, man. No, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, okay, so I leave, and I changed my avatar to a cop. And I showed back up, and I was like, we got a call about a noise complaint.
No,
and then everybody was like, it's fucking cops, let's run. And this is all just like in VR. That was the most fun I've ever had.
Oh my god! I love that so much.
It was so funny.
I never played VR chat in VR. I've only played it like on my PC.
Yeah, it was really fun. Like, this was before like the DJ clubs and stuff. Like, it was just people fucking around. Like,
Yeah.
that was the most fun I ever had in VR. And like DJing in Wave before Wave sucked ass. But like,
Yeah, I think we met there like for the first time.
probably
Maybe.
I don't even remember.
I was very drunk. Rico would always be like, "Let's drink and play Wave."
I think I went to Slyfest. I went to Slyfest in VR. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
Because John was
exclusively
getting
pretty
mad
much hung out in Wave and did Tilt Brush stuff for Wave, and then Google Poly stuff for Wave for like a really long time.
Yeah.
And then they like axed all the community shit, which was like the like
Only
skeleton
reason it should
bones.
exist. Like,
like
they were
now
like,
it's
it's like the people at Wave were just like, Dylan Francis wants to work with us, and they were like, all right, be cool. Hey, nerds, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
So
they were like, get the fuck out, because it was like,
there is one thing I have to say about VR, and it's odd that none of y'all have mentioned this because it is my opinion, the best VR game, and it is the sole reason I got one. Tetris Effect.
Tetris Effect.
no, I thought you were
Have
gonna.
y'all ever what?
I thought you were gonna say Beat Saber, which
No,
is
no, no,
good.
I like Beat Saber, dude. I played like Limp Bizkit and Beat Saber. I have a fucking blast doing it. Knock shit off of my desk and everything. I love it.
What a missed opportunity.
What?
You play Limp Bizkit and Beat Saber. You don't knock shit off your desk. You break shit.
I never liked that song. But I was more of a rolling guy. But no, not Beat Saber. Tetris Effect was the reason I wanted a VR headset. It is the best version of Tetris you will ever play in your life. I guarantee it. Do not ever play the console version. You have to play it in VR. It is fucking hypnotizing.
We should do the next two draft picks. Is decided now.
VR games.
GameCube and VR games.
Oh God.
We'll do the new. I don't know when it's gonna happen because I think we're gonna go back to news probably
GameCube's gonna be hard because
Well,
I know
next week. But these are always really fun. I like this.
Yeah,
This
I
is
like
cool
doing
because this is
these.
content.
This
This is like our content.
We can do
like,
top
you know?
10s. I like these fun episodes. Like, these are low risk. Like, I don't really care.
if we're doing GameCube, I have to get the first pick because
We're gonna roll for
because-
it. Like,
I'm gonna pick the one that I've played the most, and so is everybody fucking else.
Yeah.
Both of y'all are gonna pick the same one first, or are gonna want to pick the same one first.
That's right.
But
Yeah,
I do want to do GameCube. GameCube is probably my favorite Nintendo console.
if I have to pick GameCube, I know what all 5 of mine are gonna be.
He's like, it's
Wow.
gonna be Bratz Rock Angels. It's gonna be the GameCube port of Resident Evil 3.
Piano 3. Killer 7. 13. There's a lot of
SSR.
there's actually a lot of fucking GameCube games. Fucking Def Jam
F-Zero.
Fight for New York.
F-Zero GX,
Played
the
fuck
last
out of it.
F-Zero game.
Yeah. Anyway, it's getting late. We hit an hour,
Yep.
boys. We did.
I gotta
Yep.
stream.
We got the content in here.
GameCube.
But yeah, all right. So that's
GG's guys.
our picks. We'll
I got out with Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear, which I didn't expect
Yeah.
to do today. So
I'm glad
Go,
I got
uh,
Tekken. That was the one I was worried about.
go comment
Uh,
on our Facebook or something about your draft picks, but don't pick mine.
Don't
You can't have
you
my
can't have 'em.
games. Can't
It's
have
like
it.
you can't.
You can't have any.
a-
Pick,
I'm gonna
director's
post
cut.
this
Pick-
next
you can
file
pick your-
in our Discord.
yeah.
We should maybe consider like
Opening our Discord.
opening our Discord up.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. I would.
I
think it would be fun.
I would like to talk video games with
Yeah.
strangers and assholes.
So let's work on
Yeah.
that. Stay tuned. I'm thinking maybe like end of like April we'll have all of the servers and stuff figured out. Maybe we can probably just clone one that we're already in. I don't know
Oh,
if
I
we can do
didn't
that or
know.
not.
That would
but-
be easy. I don't.
We definitely
Um,
we want to expand.
Yeah.
My big goal, one of my goals with us is to have a ID3 subreddit.
Mhm.
You could do that.
Yeah, and when we do the recordings,
you gotta
like
have. You
people
gotta
can, like,
moderate
watch
that
it
shit though.
live. They can listen to it. as we
Anyway,
record.
this is all shit these
Yeah.
people don't want to hear. I'm gonna stop the recording.
Okay.
Okay, bye.